This crap is pretty not important, and a lot of people don't really care about this at all. But I do. You know, despite how I would say niche it is compared to other subjects, I still want to talk about it. Don't talk to me about my lighting. My lighting, I don't care. Just you're just gonna have to like listen to this as if it's a podcast or something like that. Now, I know this is world class problems. I know. But it really, really pisses me off when I see someone who clearly needs therapy. I tell them with a gentle, kind, and nice way that they should probably seek therapy because, well, they need it, you know, and they get offended. I'll give you a few examples. A few months ago, one of my friends was talking to me about her problems, and she said that she felt empty, she felt hollow, she felt a lot of things. She was going through a lot, right? She was pretty much bedrotting. It was clear that, well, I mean, again, I'm not a therapist, so I wouldn't know. I'm not a psychiatrist, not a therapist, not a psychologist. I wouldn't know. So that's why I recommended to her to check a therapist. Just book an appointment, see what's going on. Now let me ask. Okay, let's do a pop quiz real quick. I'm gonna give you four options, right? And you're gonna guess which one she responded with. A. Getting offended. B. Actually taking my advice. C. Getting offended. D. Getting offended. That's right, gentlemen. It was A. Getting offended. Now, listen, I'm a very understanding human being, okay? I can understand a lot of things throughout my life. I know it's really easy. It's actually a great thing. All you gotta do is just put your shoes inside of someone else's shoes, and that's it. But when it comes to this, I genuinely don't even know where to start. Why? Genuinely and truly, why? Now, of course, I made a post about this prior to this video on Threads, just asking people, and you might be asking, why do you use Threads? Well, man, I'm not gonna use X now, will I? What the fuck? I would not do that. I don't want to. Hang on. Ugh. This place is hot as fuck. Continuing. So I asked people, why the fuck do people get offended when you tell them to go to therapy? Um, mental health matters, and going to like telling someone to go to the doctor isn't really offensive. So people responded, right? And a lot of people made some pretty good points. A lot of them didn't. Some of them were like, well, I mean, tone, blah, 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 blah. All that bullshit matters. How close you are to the person, tone, all that shit. It was like surface level shit. I know. Fucking everybody knows this bullshit. No, 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 no. But what I was asking about, no, isn't that like, why do people think it's weird and not okay to go to therapy when they fucking clearly need it? And I gave the analogy, which I think I didn't really give in the original post. I gave it in a few replies to a bunch of comments. I said, if you saw a friend who has a big bulging red fucking something on their fucking arm, and you was like, oh my god, you should go to the fucking doctor. This looks pretty fucking like serious, right? How would that be offensive? They're a civilian. They can't help you with the problem. They can't diagnose it. So because they give a fuck about you, they gotta tell you to go to the fucking doctor. It's as simple as that. And what pissed me off most, this is a rant, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is just a rant. What pissed me off most is how some people were like, well, I mean, actually, if someone told me to go to the doctor, I would also be offended. You would get offended if someone told you to go to the doctor. That is the most childish fucking thing I have ever seen in all my years of living, which hasn't been a lot. They haven't been a lot, but that's so, so insanely childish. That's like a child refusing medicine because it sucks. It genuinely got me riled up, like just worked up. As you can see, I'm already getting worked up over this. It's baffling and like okay, you don't want to go to the doctor, fucking die from whatever fucking infection or hemorrhoid you have from fucking doom scrolling for 12 hours straight because you're so fucking stupid. Go ahead, be my guest. I don't fucking. I'm not sure hemorrhoids are deadly, right? They're not, right? I don't know, but who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck, right? If you get offended because someone told you to go to the doctor, unless they just said it in a super insufferable, annoying way, then you know, in that case, understandable. But like, if you just get offended that someone told you, "Oh, hey, you looks like you're coughing and you know you look like shit. Maybe you should go to the doctor," and you got offended. Oh my god, buddy, die! Who gives a fuck? If you get offended because someone told you, again, I've said this like thousands of times. I'll skip on ahead to what I was going to say next, because apparently I'm going to say some pretty problematic stuff if I continue talking, if I continue speaking and talking, stalking. Yeah, if I continue stalking, that's going to be pretty problematic, don't you think? Yeah, whatever. Um, but the rest just give like okay, but also if it's money, then hey, understandable, hey, valid. Hey, I got it. You know, like that's absolutely understandable and that makes sense, okay? Therapy can be expensive. I don't know. Like healthcare also is pretty fucking expensive. So if someone told me, oh, I can't go to the doctor, it's way too fucking expensive, man. It's just a cough. I'd be like, hey, valid. Makes sense. And I have no retort, for that. It really sucks how a lot of people cannot afford mental help, or physical help. Oh, I'm sorry, physical help at that matter. Um, it really is sad. But saying that therapy doesn't work, now this might age like milk. I might be wrong when saying this, and this might age like milk. I don't know. But therapy doesn't work? Question mark. Nah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, to be honest, the government and healthcare haven't been working for like centuries. Does that mean that they're just completely and utterly useless? Well, I mean, kind of. But, like, no, they're supposed to fucking work. It's like religion. It's, like, supposed to be something of peace and shit like that. But then you got, like, pedophiles, uh, mass maniac, genocide Jones, doing shit in the name of God that kind of just, yeah, taints the religion. Like all these three components are supposed to work and they're supposed to be a good thing, but they're not. Doesn't mean that they themselves are bad. It means that the people doing them are bad. Be it, the people that are quote unquote religious, those are the bad people, or be it the quote unquote doctors. Because well, I mean the doctors themselves aren't so bad, it's more like the system, which goes back to the government. Fuck the government, truly, genuinely, always and forever. This might age like milk because um I might be a politician in the future. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll see one day. I have no idea. But uh, yeah. Don't get offended when someone tells you to go to therapy because they probably mean it. Like, okay, okay, okay. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, your arch nemesis barges down your door, pees on your lawn, and is like, go to therapy, loser. Maybe take his advice, or her advice, or their advice, or its advice. You might never know. Getting offended over it is honestly a little ridiculous. Like, I'm saying, even in the worst case scenarios, when like some 30-year-old balding man on Twitter tells you, haha, go to therapy, idiot, when you tell him that human rights should be a universal thing. uh, Even though he means it as an insult, don't take it as an insult. Take it as something good, you know? What else do I have to say? Yeah. People are like actual fucking losers. I think that's what I'm starting to realize. Just genuine, like, fools. I have nothing to say, pretty much. Yeah. I was just pissed off about this dumb shit. And, yeah. Don't get offended next time, though, someone tells you to go to therapy. I don't remember the other retorts that I faced when I made that post. So I think that wraps it up for today. Yeah, that's it. Bye.